Okay. Hello, welcome for joining. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Welcome to my class, I guess is what I should say. All right, level 2. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. So we're gonna start in Sukhasana, just for maybe a minute or two, depending if I can remember to bring ourselves back. So just crossing the ankles, crossing the shins, and just sitting here. Maybe taking the hands on the knees, rolling the shoulders, kind of back. We do this at the end, so maybe we'll kind of take it in a full circle. And then just take a couple big breaths out, maybe as a big sigh. Nice deep inhales in, maybe feeling kind of the chest and the weight lift up off the hips and off the legs. Exhale, letting it out. Good. Good, so maybe finding stillness, maybe if finding stillness is a little bit hard right now, you can kind of move everything out, maybe take some upper body circles if you want, but it might feel good just to sit here for a minute. If you got a lot of things going on before this, after this class, the rest of the week, just kind of taking a moment for yourself. Starting to kind of put some focus into kind of all the muscles through the body. So when you take different positions and different poses, kind of just, it's like thinking a little bit more deeper into it. So maybe you kind of just feel like, if you're in crescent lunge, you just feel the legs, maybe you kind of take the focus on kind of lengthening up through the ribs, maybe you pull them in, maybe you lift up a little bit higher, drop the shoulders down a little bit more, if you kind of know what I mean. So just taking each position and just getting a little bit more out of it is what I'm trying to say. Good. Take about 5 more breaths here. Nice long ones, no need to rush. Okay, one last one. Nice. All right, let's just stretch out kind of the neck and the tops of the shoulders. So we'll take a bind behind the back and intertwine the fingers. Maybe not the index fingers, so maybe the index finger wants to kind of point towards the ground or even maybe touches the ground. So the shoulder blades really come together, the chest kind of pulls forward. And then we're gonna take both hands over to the right side of the body. So once you kind of bring the knuckles over there, then kind of squeeze the elbows together, and then we'll take the left ear to the left shoulder. So we're just gonna stretch the right side of the neck. This is a really, really good one to do. Still trying to stay up nice and tall, so the more that you kind of arch or round through it, you're gonna feel that left arm kind of help you to kind of press the chest forward. So it's like a little blocker. Last breath. And then just take the right ear to the right shoulder like a couple times. Kind of like go to the center, bring it back, to the center, bring it back. And one more. Good. Knuckles come behind, arms reach back. A little lift, maybe you want to lift the chest and the chin. And then that next exhale, we'll send the arms and knuckles to the left side. We'll bring the elbows in, and then the right ear down towards the right shoulder. So not the shoulder up towards the ear, but kind of pulling everything down. Maybe kind of scooting the hands over to the left a little bit more. Keep yawning. Last breath. And then just go ahead and kind of take the left ear down to the center, the left ear to the center. One more. Good. And we'll take the arms all the way up towards the sky, intertwine the fingers and flip the palms up. Take a nice big stretch, kind of feel like you're pulling the ribs in, so maybe kind of the head isn't drooping all the way back, but instead it's kind of looking forward. Get a nice big stretch up through the arms. And then take both arms over to the right side. So reach all the way over there, a little bend in the elbows, maybe looking to the left. Over to the other side. And then coming back to the center. And then we're gonna drop the arms kind of down by the sides and just wiggle out the shoulders. One, maybe at a time, both at the same time. And then we'll take a nice deep forward fold out past the knees, crawling the arms forward, maybe dropping the forearms, dropping the head. Okay, 2 more inhales, 2 more exhales. Good. And then go ahead and throw that left arm underneath you over to the right side. Maybe come down a little bit more. Maybe the forehead or the left side of the forehead comes down to the ground. Maybe it doesn't. It's just on that right forearm as you crawl the left arm out. And then over to the other side. So the left arm will come back in front. Right arm will come underneath. Over to the left side. Maybe putting some extra pressure in that right shoulder if you can kind of get it down. And letting everything kind of go out through that left arm. Maybe it relaxes a little bit more. And last breath. And then coming back to the center. We're going to crawl the arms all the way back towards us. We're going to take the hands on the knees and just take some upper body circles. So just kind of roll out that forward fold. Get a little extra movement. Good. All right. And then we're going to come to, let's come to tabletop. Get some cat-cows in there. Maybe taking like some flowy cat-cows, so maybe kind of getting both in while kind of rolling forward, rolling back, get the head and the neck into it a little bit. And then this moving cat-cow will kind of, actually you can slide the hands back a little bit. And then as you pull back, you're gonna lift the knees and kind of pull the hips back, bring it back forward. And each time you come back, you're just gonna lift the knees and send them out. Good, 2 more times. Last one. Good. And then come back to that little wide forward malasana. So widen out the knees, pull the chest back and down, maybe drop the arms, maybe drop the forehead. And then feel all the pressure onto the balls of the feet. Heels maybe touch back there. And then roll your way all the way to the front and come onto the belly. So maybe just dropping the knees, hands come forward, and then coming all the way down. Good. Inhale, just kind of roll your way up. roll your way down, not necessarily like a full cobra or kind of a strict right alignment cobra. You're just gonna roll up and down. And then take one more little lift. You'll come all the way back down, and then you'll find Sphinx. So a wide Sphinx, so the hands on the corners, onto the fingertips, elbows can lift. And then inhale, pull yourself up. Maybe lift the chin. Maybe round the chin in a little bit. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to the left. And exhale to round a little bit. Good. Coming all the way back down. Back to tabletop. Toes will tuck. Hands will kind of walk themselves back. Shake it out a little bit. Side to side. Hips can go. Shoulders and elbows can go. Maybe you want to take the fingertips kind of out to the sides and kind of drop one shoulder in, drop the other. So just running as much movement as possible in tabletop. Good. All right, then we're gonna come to forward folds back of the mat. So we'll come all the way back. This one might feel a little tight to start, so kind of just letting everything hang down. Bend the knees a good amount. Shake out the head, dangle the arms left and right. Nice, one more breath. And then kind of heel to the feet out past the mat, so maybe they're a little bit wider, or if you still need kind of the stickiness, maybe come as wide as the mat. Keep the left hand down and reach the right arm all the way up. Maybe kind of go back and forth, bending the left knee, bending the right knee. Kind of shifting that right shoulder blade back a little bit, stretching up through that left arm. And then the other side. The left arm comes up. Maybe bending one knee, bending the other. And then back down to the center. We'll heel to the feet back underneath the hips. And then we'll look forward, bend the knees, and walk out to plank. Good. And then we're gonna drop the knees, come all the way down to the belly. Inhale for cobra. Exhale to the belly, and then lift up for plank. So tuck the toes and lift up for plank pose. Drop the knees, chaturanga. Cobra to the belly, up for plank. Two more. Drop the knees, come in low. Cobra, up to plank. And last one. Upward. Facing down, and then up to plank. Good, up and back for down dog. Lifting up, shifting back. First one, so get about a breath here to kind of move the knees, stretch through the backs of the legs, stretch the arms back. Good. Got 3 more. All right, let's walk the feet in just a little bit. And then you're gonna cross, actually take the left foot in the middle, cross the right leg all the way behind the left leg and reach it over to the left. And really kind of stretch through that back right heel. You'll feel a big half stretch. Good. And then bring that right leg back to its own side. Go ahead, bring that right leg, right foot into the middle. Left leg crosses all the way behind and over to the right. Kind of bend that right knee, straighten that left leg out. Press the chest back into that right thigh. Good. Last breath. And then back to regular down dog. You can walk the feet out a little bit. Inhale, roll forward, plank, drop the knees, exhale to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to plank. And then up and back for down dog. Looking up to the top of the mat, couple steps, a little hop. And then as you come down to seated, you're gonna come to butterfly. So coming all the way down, kind of send the feet together. And we're gonna reach the arms, I'm gonna face this way so you can see me. We're gonna reach the arms up and kind of lift the knees up with you. And then kind of exhale, cactus the arms and see if you can bring the knees down yourself to each side. So inhale to lift them up. Exhale to come down. Lifting up. Coming down. 2 more. Last one. And then coming down. Good. Reach the arms all the way out in front of you. Come into a little forward fold and butterfly. Let the knees kind of relax to each side. And then kind of crawling your way up. We'll take a little seated twist. So take the right hand behind you. Take the left hand on the right knee. Looking over that right shoulder. Nice big twist. Go then to the other side. Left hand behind, right hand on that left knee. And then back to the center. All right, so we're gonna take the hands behind us. Face this way so now you can see. Take the hands behind you, maybe kind of tap the fingertips, and just lift the hips up and kind of bring them forward a little bit. So you're really pressing into the feet, and then come all the way back down. Lifting up, bringing them forward, coming all the way back down. Get 2 more. Last one. And come in. Good. All right, shake out the legs out in front. We're gonna lift up for a little upside down plank. So we're gonna take the hands behind us. Fingertips point towards the hips. And we're gonna lift the hips all the way up and try to get flat on the feet. If you can't, that's right, you kind of have the toes up. But you really wanna kind of lift the hips just like you do in bridge pose. A little bend in the elbows, lifting up nice and tall. This one's a little bit harder than upside down tabletop. Full breath in. And then exhale, coming all the way down. We're gonna hinge forward into Paschimottanasana. So take the chest all the way out in front. A little separation between the feet. And then just relax into it. Good. All right, coming all the way back up. You're gonna cross the right foot over the left foot. Take the hands behind you and spin back to the back of the mat and find plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg up. Cross it behind you to wild thing. So a little baby one, you don't have to go super, super high. Lift the left arm over the head, lift the hips. Good. And then drop that left hand, step the left foot up to low lunge. Drop that right knee, inhale, reach the arms up, and you're gonna move through your low lunge with the arms up this time. Good. All right. You're gonna drop the hands into low lunge. You're gonna kind of roll over to this left hip so you can slide that right leg out in front. Take a little quick forward fold. Inhale, roll your way up. And then the left foot crosses over the right leg. You're gonna spin to the front of the mat. Exhale, plank, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Right leg lifts. Inhale, wild thing on this side. Cross behind you over to the left. Right arm lifts up. Good. And then kind of drop that right hand, step that right foot up to the top for low lunge. Drop the left knee, inhale, take the arms up and move through low lunge with the hands, reach up towards the sky. Good. And then go ahead, drop the hands. Reach that right foot back to plank, take a vinyasa, chaturanga. Upward facing. And exhale, down dog. Good. All right, bend it out, take a couple breaths. Good. All right, inhale, looking up to the top of the mat, couple steps, little hop. Halfway lift. Exhale. Rising up, standing. Arms reaching out and all the way up. Couple sun salves, about 3 or 4, if I can remember what number we're on. So exhale, coming all the way down. Halfway lift. Hands down, step or hop the feet back. Chaturanga. Up dog. And exhale, lifting the hips up and back, down dog. 3 breaths. Looking up to the top of the mat, couple steps, little hop. Halfway. Exhale. Rising up, standing. Good, number 2, forward fold. Halfway. Hands down, walk the feet or hop the feet to plank pose, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Maybe kind of some side down dogs. Pivot the toes, drop the hips. Looking up, top of mat, couple steps, little hop. Halfway, nice flat back. Exhale. Rising up, standing. Let's do one more. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway. And then make your way through the flow. All the way back. Good, 3 breaths. Now, instead of kind of jumping up in between the hands, you're going to jump up to Malasana. So maybe walking or a little hop. Toes to the backs of the wrists. And then come all the way down into that little squat. Hands or no hands. It is up to you. All right, you're gonna take this left hand and place it on that right foot, and then kind of really press this left shoulder into this left knee, and reach that right arm all the way up and over to the left side. So it's a really big stretch. And you're kind of reaching that right knee away from that right shoulder and right arm. Good. To the other side. Right hand to the left foot. Right shoulder into that right knee, kind of just a little bit, reach that left knee away. Full breath in. And then exhale, you'll come back to the center, find prayer hands, 3 breaths in stillness. Heels can be down or they can be up. It is up to you, whatever you can find. Let the shoulders drop down, let the hips get nice and heavy. Kind of feeling a nice good balance if you're up onto the balls of the feet and the toes. All right, we're gonna drop the hands. You're gonna lift up, so this is kind of tight. It's almost like a couple inches between the toes and the backs of the wrists. So we're gonna lift up for a couple pike presses. We haven't really done these in a while. So we're gonna inhale, lift the heels, stretch the legs up, and kind of look back behind you. Take the shoulders over the palms, and then come all the way down. So the heels will stay lifted every time. Inhale to lift up, nice big stretch. Exhale. Number 3. And down. Number 4. Number 5, you can kind of guess how many we're gonna do. Coming down. Number 6. Down. Good. Number 7. Number 8. My left leg is shaking. Number 9. Good. And last one. Hold it there. Woo. Good. Back to Malasana. Take a few rock and rolls. Let it go through the backs of the legs. Woo. Good. Next one, you'll find that flow back to down dog. However, which way you want to get there. Legs should be nice and warmed up. Upward. And exhale down. Good. Couple breaths here. Get it back. Bend one knee, bend the other. Keep the hips high. Kind of flatten out the low back so the hat's get a little bit of a round. You're going to kind of press it down. Good. All right, right leg is going to lift. Inhale. Exhale to warrior 2. Stepping it forward. Left heel down. Hold it here. I'm going to make it up just a little bit. You really can't see any of me up there. A little better. Good. All right, take a nice reverse, but take the left hand behind the back. Really reach it, stretch it out. Keep bending through that front knee. Get extended side angle to the right hand outside of that right foot. To the outside, left arm over the head. Good. All right, staying here. We're gonna take this right foot and cross it with this right knee around the left knee. So in right side plank in a little eagle leg. That's what I want to say. Eagle leg, right side plank. Woo! Tricky one. And then that left arm will come up. Good. Now send the hips down towards the feet. Reach it back out. Send the hips to the feet. Reach it back out. One more time. Reach it back out. Good. Keep the legs plank. Can you find a chaturanga? Exhale. Up to plank. And into down dog. Eagle legs. Whew. Good. Right leg, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, pigeon. Coming down. Good. Hold it in here in pigeon, so when you get down there, no rush. And then you can either come forward if you just want to find a regular pigeon, or if you can, you kind of have the low back flexibility and hamstring flexibility. You can try to kind of pick up that back foot and hold on to it, kind of look out to the side, get a little bit of a twist going to the left, only if it feels okay. Good. Nice. If you have the foot, let it go. We're going to take an extra 2 breaths in regular pigeon. Nothing too long. Good. All right, coming all the way back up. You're going to send this right foot back to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. And exhale, down dog. Good. About 5 breaths. Shake it out. Nice breathing rhythm. All right, left leg is gonna lift. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale to warrior 2, stepping it forward. Coming up. Sinking low, maybe roll the shoulders back a little bit. And then take that reverse with the right arm behind the back. Left arm lifts up and over. Extended side angle, left hand to the outside. Right arm up and over the head. So kind of feel like the left ribs are really kind of twisting to the right. Good. Ready for that eagle leg side plank? Left leg is gonna kind of lift, so this is all core. To lift that leg, and then cross that left knee over the right knee. Good. Send the hips back towards the feet. Reach it out. 2 more. Reach it out. Last one. Reach it out. Can you find regular plank? Can you find a chaturanga? Oh. Can you find up to plank? And back to down dog. Left leg, 3-legged down dog. Tip pigeon on the side. Left knee, left wrist. Left foot, right wrist. Hold it here. Square the hips off as much as you can. Kind of check to make sure that back leg is still with the hip and not kind of out or in. And then if you found regular pigeon last time, so if that kind of quad stretch isn't going to happen, you'll go straight out in front. If you're finding the quad stretch, you're lifting, reaching, trying to bend that foot and catch, or bend the knee, catch the foot. The more you pull it in, you're going to feel more of a stretch in that quad. So taking it as much or as little as you need. And if you have the foot, you're going to go ahead and let it go. Kind of pivot yourself back to the front and 2 breaths in regular pigeon. All right, pressing yourself back up onto your hands, tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, left foot to plank, chaturanga, upward facing, exhale, down dog. Good. All right, drop the knees, or actually bring them together, feet together, knees together, then drop the knees and find child's pose, so really hinging over the legs, really kind of stretching the hips back towards the heels. And then just drop the arms if they want to come back behind you or out to the side. Anyway, it's good with me. Take one more breath. Okay, all right, we're gonna go to dolphin to like little forearm stand kicks. So maybe not necessarily getting all the way up, especially if maybe there's not a wall by you. If you have a wall and you want to go upside down, you can totally do that. But if not, and you don't feel like moving, you're gonna just do little baby hops, little kicks. So not, your goal isn't to get all the way up, it's just to kind of get the weight off the feet. So let's come to dolphin first. So however which way you do it, if you're in the 10 fingers or down, kind of forearms parallel, you'll come all the way up like you're in down dog, and then kind of stretch the shoulders over the elbows, or stretch the shoulders back a little bit, and then kind of lean forward, and then feel like you're taking the shoulders. So it's a stretch back, and then a pulling forward to maybe walk the feet forward. Left leg is gonna lift, bend the right knee, and you're just gonna kind of play with the weight off the right toes and into the forearm. So these could be like little hops, or maybe you start to take little bigger hops, but your goal is not to come up fully. Good. So really feeling like the collarbones are broadening. You're really strong in the elbows. And then you'll switch sides. Woo. Right leg lifts, left knee bends, little hops. One side is going to be way worse than the other. That's all right. 2 more. Last one. Good. You're in dolphin, pick up to down dog. Up onto the hands. Right leg lifts. Step it up, spin to the left, forward fold, 5-pointed star. Let it go. Maybe you kind of want to go into a headstand prep. So maybe not getting up to handstand unless you kind of have a really strong headstand. That's what I meant. Headstand practice. You can go up, but if you just want to kind of intertwine the fingers, take them to the back of the head and pull the elbows in, and just maybe bend the knees as low as you can to get the head on the floor. And then maybe just kind of lifting up the heels a couple times. So feeling the weight come into the forearms, into the top of the head, but maybe not going up. Good. One more breath. And then lifting up the head, coming up onto the hands. You're gonna find a couple skandhasanas, little baby ones. So you're not gonna come all the way down. You're just gonna kind of go from one side to the other. Good. All right, facing the top of the mat, it's coming into kind of like a little high lunge transition. Right foot to plank. Chaturanga, up to plank. Chaturanga, up to plank. Last one, but you're gonna take the flow. Chaturanga, up dog. And whew. Good. All right, looking forward, top of the mat, couple steps, a little up. Halfway lift. Exhale. Separate the feet a little bit. Grab opposite elbows, intertwine the arms, take it into ragdoll. Swish it out. Good. Okay. One more breath. And then you're gonna heel toe the feet back together, or not together, but right in line with the hips. Let hands distance apart. And then roll your way all the way to standing. Rolling all the way up. Stretching the arms up, and then dropping them down by the sides and taking a little sway in the upward position. Good. All right, we're gonna do a little tippy toe work. You're like, what is that? So we're gonna find a little chair pose, Utkatasana, but we're gonna try to stay on the tiptoes for this flow as much as possible. So you're gonna realize how much we really need the toes that we usually don't use in a regular flow or regular practice. So let's find standing on the toes. And you don't have to be like super, super high up there. Just kind of lift the heels up. Spread the toes nice and wide. And then inhale, reach the arms up. And then come down to chair pose. So send the knees forward, send the hips back, and then pull the shins back, still on the toes. Chair pose. Good. Into forward fold, stay on the toes. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Now maybe you're on the tops of the feet, that's okay. To down dog on the toes. Good. So stay nice and high. Maybe you're leaving the hips high, pulling the arms back, pulling the shoulders back towards the hips. And then inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step that left foot up in between your hands. Stay on the toes. Crescent lunge on the toes. Woo. Good. Holding here. Holding here. Get a little bit lower. And then drop the hands. We're gonna go up for standing split on the left toes. Lift that right leg up. Dropping the head down, kind of folding the chest to that left thigh. Good. So the right toes all the way back, all the way back, all the way back. Drop them down. Keep on the toes. Left leg, three-legged down dog. Drop it down to plank on the toe, or down dog on the toes. Roll forward plank, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg lifts. Crescent lunge on the toes. So you'll realize if you're just on the toes, it's a little bit, oh, that was too short for me, shorter of a stance. Okay, do a little bit lower. Drop the hands, left leg up, standing split, stay on the right toes. Good, one more breath. Drop the left toes all the way back, all the way back. Good. And then let's drop the hands. Right foot back plank, chaturanga, up dog, exhale, down dog. And then walk the feet, staying on the toes all the way up. It's like the little plank presses that we did. Chair pose on the toes. Good. Up to standing on the toes. And then drop the heels, let it go. Good, shake it out. Good. All right, let's come to beyond the back. Come all the way back. We'll just get a little midway stretch. It's more than midway, but you know what I mean. So let's extend the left leg down. Big toe grab, first two fingers on the right hand to the inside of that right foot, and then extend that right leg up. And try to see if that knee's opening out. You want to have the knee still face in, so it's an internal rotation of the hip because the hip wants to come in. So if that knee is kind of into the middle in line with the ankle, maybe you just have to bend that knee a little bit more if the leg doesn't go straight while you do that. So that's okay if the knee's bent, but you don't want that knee hanging out to the right. You really want to pull it in. Good. Relax that right shoulder, hold it here. We're gonna do this in standing, so I figured we'd do it in laying down first. Now, without kind of opening that right knee out to the side, you're just gonna open the leg out to the side. Not having to feel like you have to drop that right leg all the way down to the ground. It's going wherever you are. I got a couch here, so that's all I'm going. Good. One more breath. If you're still holding that leg. Good. Bring it back to the center. And then find a half happy baby. Bend that right knee down into the side. Maybe the toes to the backs of the wrists and the hand kind of comes on top of the foot. That's a really good stretch for the toes too. Good. These have become my new favorite. So I guess scoot up so I give myself some room. You'll let go of that right foot and then kind of take some really big knee leg circles. So really big circles. Knee comes in, leg kind of extends out to the top. Bring it back in. We do a lot of knee circles, but this is like, I feel like it's the biggest one you could do. Good. All right, one more. And then that leg will go all the way down. Left leg up. Inside grab for the big left toe, and then you'll extend that left leg up. You'll make sure that knee is right line with that ankle, and that inner thigh is kind of pulling into the midline. If the leg isn't straight, mine doesn't really go super straight, so that's okay. Holding it here and really stretching through the arms. So if you feel like you can't get a lot, usually like to keep the shoulder on the ground. But if you flex the foot and you pull up, you'll really kind of engage there because you want those extra couple inches when you're in standing and you're doing big toe grab. So this is a good way to kind of just pull yourself a little bit higher. Good. All right, right arm can come out to the right for balance as you send that left leg over to the left. Holding it here. Last breath. Good, and then bring it back to the center. And then find that half happy baby. Bend that knee down to the side of the body. You should feel real good. You should also get a stretch to the back of that ankle too. Good. All right, you'll let go of that left foot. Take those big knee circles. Maybe it opens out. It goes straighter, making its way around. So really feeling that the hip flexor is doing all the work because that's really what's holding kind of that leg up. And it's also what's helping bend the knee and get it back to straight. Good, one more. Nice, and then come all the way down. Take a nice big full body stretch. Opening the chest up towards the sky. And I'm gonna do one last thing laying down. We'll do something else, something else, something else, something else, and we'll call it a day. So we're gonna do reclined crow. So once we get up, we're gonna do regular crow. So reclined crow is a really good one to practice your stance in crow. So reclined crow, you're gonna bring the knees in, flex the feet, and then you're gonna take the knees to the backs of the arms as much as you can up into the underarms. So that's just what you do when you're in regular crow. So this is all core engagement, core, like lower core compression. So you're gonna bring the knees in, you're gonna reach the arms up and keep the hands flexed because that's where they are. You're in a full 90-degree wrist flexion in crow. And then you're gonna extend everything out with the arms coming back behind and legs coming forward. Bring them back in, bring the knees in so almost the low back comes up off the ground because you're using the core. Reach it out, bring it in, reach it out, bring it in. We're going a little bit fast. Good, keep going. Breathe. Keep going. Good, 10 more seconds. 3, 2, those are long seconds. 1, good, and then let everything go. Should be feeling those ab ribs. They should be working. Good, all right, take a few rock and rolls. Forward and back, you're coming to your regular crow. Whenever you're ready. Coming up. And then, when you're ready to set up for crow, I'm gonna get in the middle so you can see. It's the same thing, just like we did. Fist flex, it's just like you're laying on the back. To pull the knees in either to the backs of the arms or on the outside of the arms, so you can squeeze in and press out at the same time. And you're gonna lift the hips up. So you want the hips up because you want the hips to come kind of all the way into the hips, into the legs, into the arms, and into the hands. So bend the elbows a little bit. Send the knees wherever they're supposed to be, and then lunge forward. Lift the hips, lift the feet, kind of bring the shoulders away from the ears, so find a little bit more length through the base of the neck. If you come down, maybe trying again. At least 3 tries, so maybe it's holding for a second, coming up again, holding up a second, coming up again. 3 tries, 3 tries. Weight into the fingers, lift the toes, get the heels up to the glutes, bend those elbows, send the chest forward. Take a break. One more. One more. And then coming all the way down. Shake it out if you got it. Or if you didn't get it, you're still gonna shake it out. Good. All right, then we're gonna go back to down dog just so we can stretch it out and stretch out the legs. Nothing else, so just push up and back. All right, that's your last little breath here. You're gonna lift the left leg, back a little bit. Left leg lifts up. Step that left foot up in between the hands. Now take the left first 2 fingers, wrap around that big left toe. Step the right foot up. And start as that right hand can even come on that right hip. And then as you lift up the chest, that arm lifts up that leg, and you come into a standing front big toe grab. So get that couple, you almost cannot see my arm, but you kind of want to pull through the arm, reach the heel out forward, kind of lift that hamstring up. And then you're going to take it out to the side. Right hand can stay on the hip, right arm can reach out, but it's a posterior tilt of the hips. So instead of the hips reaching out, you're going to tuck it underneath, ground down through that right foot, lift up nice and tall. And then just for fun, we're going to come to warrior 3, but arms back behind us. So back to warrior 3, and reach the arms back. Good. All right, drop the hands. That left leg's already lifted, so bend that right knee. Take a couple handstand hops with the 1 foot. Little hops. Keep engaging that left leg. Heel comes up, toes face down. Little hops. Little. Good. And then drop the right knee, drop the left knee, take a breather. Good. All right, come up back to down dog. Flop the feet back. Shake it out. Good. All right, right leg is gonna lift. You're gonna set that right foot up in between the hands. Scoot back. You're gonna find the first 2 fingers in the right hand, grab the big right toe, step the left foot up, left hand on the hip. As you inhale and lift up, lift that right leg up with you. Good. Kind of pull the chest back, lift up a little bit higher. Try to square the hips a little bit, so maybe you have to drop that right hip a little bit, kind of lift that left hip up. And then take it out to the side. Pull the shoulder blades back into each other. Kind of send the front of the hip points up. Good. You're going to warrior 3, arms behind. Good. Ready? Drop the hands. This might be the bad side. Maybe this is the good side. Right leg is still lifted. Little baby hops off the left toes. Little baby hops. Two more. Last one. Good. Drop the knees down. Take a very compressed, condensed child's pose. Bring the chin in. Maybe hold on to the feet. Let the shoulders fall in. And take a couple breaths. All right, we were working on eagle legs. This will be our last hurrah. So we're gonna come back to down dog. Pedal it out, give it a little movement. Good. Let's take a vinyasa actually. Couple steps, big hop up to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, rising up, standing. Now let's take a flow, back to down dog. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands down, feet back. Plank, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, left leg is gonna lift. Inhale, step it through crescent lunge. Inhale, come up. Let's find eagle arms first. Left arm on top of the right arm, spin it around, take the palms together, and then kind of lift the backs of the triceps kind of away from you, so it's kind of reaching forward. Hold it here, maybe inhale, lift it up in that crescent lunge, get a little baby back bend. Come back to the center. Now you're gonna set the right leg up, cross it over the left knee for eagle legs. Right leg. So this is kind of an opposite twist. So we have the left arm on top and we have the right leg on top. Good. Maybe find a little bit more balance in this one. Uncross that right leg, send it back to warrior three, but keep the eagle arms. That one's a little tricky. Good. Step the right foot back. You're back to crescent. Release the arms, cactus thumb. Woo, big lift. Exhale, take a flow. And back to down dog. Good. Other side, right leg lifts, crescent lunge, reach the arms up. Now we're gonna send the right arm on top of the left arm, reach around, maybe palm or fingers to palm. And then maybe take a little lift. Bend and reach up and back. Back to the center, eagle legs. Left knee on top of the right knee. Maybe you can spin the toes around behind that right ankle. Sink nice and low, but reach the arms up. Good, reach through those right fingertips. Reach the left toes down. Uncross, find the warrior three. Eagle arms. Woo. Keep breathing, one more breath. Step the left foot back. Crescent, unwind, cactus. Drop the hands, take the flow. To down dog. And then a couple steps, little hop up to the top, come into seated. Good. All right, let's do one more twist, one more little twist. So left leg finds regular, kind of like Sukhasana. Kind of scoot that left knee into the middle a little bit, so that left foot's kind of towards that right hip. And then take the right foot, cross on top of, not on top, to the outside of the left thigh. Spin to the right, hook the left elbow in front of that right knee. And look back behind. And one last breath. Good, come back to the center, a little fire lock pose. Drop that right knee on top of the left knee, kind of hug the heels in to both sides of the body, and then a little forward fold. Three more breaths. Good. Coming all the way up. Find full lotus, so just kind of open up that left foot, drop that left knee down, right ankle comes on top of that left thigh, right knee comes on top of that, I meant knee. Left knee comes down, right foot to the top of the left knee, right knee on top of the left foot. So you're kind of in like this triangle. Is that a triangle? I think it's a triangle. Maybe not really, maybe you're kind of up here and that's all right. You can kind of hold that knee. To get it down is a lot of like weird hip flexor, stretch, flexibility type things going on. So trying to walk the hands out as much as you can. Maybe stopping kind of where you start to feel the background a little bit. And then just holding yourself there. Lotus takes a long, 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 long time. But we will get there. The more we practice. One more breath. Nice. All right, take the hands back, windshield wiper the knees, drop the feet. We'll get that seated twist on the other side. So right leg finds that half sukhasana, but the knee wants to be facing to the front. And then left foot crosses the outside of that right thigh, spinning to the left. And then that right elbow right in front of that left knee. And then coming back. Doing your best to drop that right knee down. Do your best to kind of hug this left knee in so it's not kind of dropping down. One more breath here. Coming back to the center into that full lotus. So that right knee kind of opens up a little bit. Right foot opens up. Left knee on top of the right foot. Left ankle on top of the right knee. I got it that time. And then coming forward. Still send the chest forward. Getting as much as you can out of this. Not really feeling like you have to find the goal pose, the end pose. And then coming all the way back, windshield wiper the knees, feet on the outsides of the mat. Whew, that should feel good. All right. We'll find one bridge. We'll find a quick little flowing spinal twist, and then we'll get into our little shavasana. So coming all the way back, take the feet right in line with the hips. The closer you are, the more of a lift you'll get. So if you know maybe you're kind of not in that full bridge yet, or really, really lifting up, or today you're just not feeling it, we'll just scoot the feet away from you a little bit more. And then you'll drop the palms, inhale, lift the hips, send the inner thighs together, lift up through the chest. Wiggle, kind of all that space in towards each other underneath you. If you want, you can kind of lift up onto the toes, you can do that too. Chest is reaching towards the chin. Back of the head is pressing down. Backs of the shoulders are pressing down. Big toes are pressing down. One more breath in. And then a very slow exhale all the way down. Very slow. Good. Grab hold of the elbows. Bring the knees into the chest. And then as the elbows go to one side, the knees will go to the opposite side. Hold into here a little bit longer for the first one. And then to the other side, elbows to the right, knees to the left, hold it here. And then you can start to flow side to side. Head is moving too. Nice, guys. One more time each side. Good. Coming back to the center. Wrap the arms around the legs. Pull the chin up to the chest. Full breath in, full breath out. And then we'll come all the way down. Extend the legs out. If you want to take a full body stretch, you can. And then drop the arms. Let all the muscles in the legs go. We did a lot this class. A lot of poses. So kind of going through the body. Wiggle everything out. Kind of let everything sink nice and low, nice and heavy. We'll take about a minute to ourselves. I'll do it with you. So maybe closing the eyes. Finding as much stillness as you can in this pose. I know it's a little tricky at home. But doing your best just to settle everything down. And starting to take a nice deep breath in. A nice long breath out. Bringing that movement back, that awareness back. Wiggle the fingers, the wrists, the toes, the ankles. And then we'll roll over to our right side whenever you're ready. Taking a breath or two there. And then while keeping the eyes closed, starting to very slowly press yourself all the way up. We'll come into Sukhasana, into seated. We'll cross the shins, cross the ankles. The last little movements in the shoulders, in the upper body. Kind of going through the head and the neck. And then we'll take a nice deep breath in. We'll reach the arms out to the sides. We'll bring them all the way up. Palms come to touch. And then we'll lower them down to heart center. And we'll take a nice bow over our hands. Namaste. Oh, thank you guys. Thanks for practicing, getting on your mat. Hopefully everything is still connected. Let me